October 2015. CIA Headquarters, Virginia. CIA Director John Brennan receives a phone call from an unknown number. The voice on the other end sounds like a young boy. Calm, confident, and fearless. The caller tells Brennan that he has hacked the entire CIA system. Under normal circumstances, such a call would be dismissed as a prank. But this time, it wasn't an ordinary person being contacted. John Brennan was the director of the CIA, the most powerful intelligence agency in the world. Even knowing his personal phone number was nearly impossible. Yet somehow, a teenager had reached him. This is the story of two teenagers who managed to hack the CIA and humiliate a global superpower like the United States. Who were these kids? Why did they do it? And how did they pull off something the world believed was impossible? In this Noakes video, we uncover the complete story behind one of the most shocking cyber attacks in modern history. When Brennan asked the caller about his demands, the boy replied that the United States must stop its attacks in the Middle East, but especially in Palestine, and allow the world to live in peace. Even before this call, the CIA already knew that their systems had been compromised, but how deep the damage went would only become clear later. As soon as the call ended, the entire U.S. government and intelligence community went into emergency mode. The fact that a child had hacked the CIA was not just a security failure, it was a national embarrassment. To understand how serious this breach was, you need to understand one thing about the CIA. For CIA agents, even the exposure of their identity is considered a mission failure. At the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, there is even a Starbucks branch, but the coffee cups have no logos and no names. This is done to prevent agents from being traced. Now imagine how devastating it was for an agency this cautious to have its internal systems hacked. The investigation revealed something unbelievable. The call was made from Leicestershire, England, by a 15-year-old boy. Online, he was known as Kraka. He had created a hacking group called Crackers with Attitude. But to understand how Kraka reached this level, we need to go back to 2008, where the story truly begins. In 2008, in the U.S. state of Virginia, there was another teenager known online as Default. He was obsessed with video games. To win more easily, he started modifying game code, changing rules, and creating cheats. He manipulated online games like Counter-Strike and won effortlessly. Everything he learned came from the internet. Default was heavily inspired by the hacking group Anonymous, which became extremely famous around 2008. Anonymous frequently hacked major websites and replaced them with political messages, dominating global headlines. Watching all this, Default became fascinated and decided to step into the world of hacking himself. He started small, hacking minor websites, but soon realized he wanted to do something bigger. For that, he needed a real hacking group. Eventually, Default joined a group called AnonSet, which was already known for politically motivated cyber attacks. AnonSet used botnets, networks of computers infected with malware and controlled remotely. Default gained access to this botnet and noticed that one of the infected computers belonged to a medical college in Canada. With some effort, he accessed the college's financial records and discovered that over $9 million in student fees were still unpaid. Default downloaded the data and deleted it from the college's system. The institution fell into chaos. This was Default's first major successful hack. At first, Default hacked out of curiosity, but in 2014 he hacked out of anger. Denmark passed a shocking law that allowed sexual acts with animals. The news outraged animal rights activists worldwide. Default himself owned a dog and was furious. Along with his group, he hacked Denmark's official government website and exposed the law to the public. Using the botnet, they also shut down websites that supported the legislation. Global backlash followed, and under immense pressure, Denmark repealed the law the following year. Despite this success, the credit went to Anonymous, not Default. This frustrated him deeply, but he didn't stop. Like most hackers, Default never revealed his identity. He didn't even use home Wi-Fi. Instead, he installed a satellite internet connection miles away and accessed it through a private network. His computer took nearly 30 minutes just to boot due to extreme security measures. For him, privacy was worth the wait. So far, you know two key characters: Kraka, who lived in England, and Default, who lived in the United States. Before 2013, they didn't know each other. That changed after one major event shook the world. Edward Snowden, an NSA contractor, discovered that U.S. intelligence agencies were secretly collecting data from every internet user without their consent. Fearing imprisonment or death, Snowden fled to Hong Kong and exposed everything to journalists. The revelations caused global outrage. People realized they were being watched every second. In reaction to this, Kraka and Default connected. They decided to teach the U.S. government and the CIA a lesson. They wanted the CIA to feel what it's like when personal information is exposed. Their motives were different. Default wanted revenge for mass surveillance, while Kraka wanted revenge for attacks on Gaza. But their enemy was the same. Their first move was leaking the phone number of James Clapper, the Director of National Intelligence. Anyone could find it with a simple Google search. Next, they aimed higher. Their new target was CIA Director John Brennan. Kraka searched for Brennan online and found a public number linked to Verizon. Pretending to be a Verizon employee, he contacted internal tech support and claimed there was a technical issue with a customer account. Using verification details he had already hacked, he convinced them to release Brennan's personal information. Kraka now had Brennan's account numbers, backup phone numbers, home address, and even the last 4 digits of his bank card. The next target was Brennan's email. Kraka discovered that Brennan used AOL instead of Gmail. He called AOL support, claimed he forgot his password, and verified his identity using the bank card digits. Within minutes, Kraka gained full access to the CIA director's personal email account. Inside were top-secret documents, personal data of CIA officers, social security numbers, and government instructions. By the time Brennan realized what had happened and shut down the account, it was too late. Kraka had already downloaded everything. He began releasing the documents one by one, causing chaos across the United States. The CIA was publicly humiliated, and global media erupted. A few days later, Kraka leaked the personal information of 9,000 Department of Justice employees and 20,000 FBI agents. The U.S. government was desperate to catch the hackers, but they had no leads. Kraka continued living comfortably in England, believing he was untouchable. But Default, who lived in the United States, began to panic. One night, under the influence of alcohol, he made a fatal mistake. He told a friend that he was involved in hacking the CIA. That single mistake was enough. Days later, the FBI raided Default's room and arrested him. During interrogation, Kraka's name surfaced. With the help of British authorities, Kraka was arrested as well. Kraka's real name was Kane Gamble, while Default was Justin Gray Liverman. Due to his age, Kane Gamble was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Justin Liverman received 5 years even though he was not directly involved in hacking Brennan's email. Today, both men are free, and ironically, both now work in cybersecurity. So the question is, did they do the right thing or were they completely wrong? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this NoX video, don't forget to like, share, and support the channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next powerful video.